The key to dealing with fibroids doesn't actually have to do with fibroids themselves. One of the most common things that I hear from my clients that I work with is that their heavy flow is because of fibroids, and that's not the case. We're starting in the wrong spot. Fibroids had to get there somehow, and they get there from iron's lack of movement. The body is going to try and stop the resting by bringing calcium in to help repair the damage that it's caused. So one of the reasons that they can interfere with things is because we need blood flow. Blood flow is the reason that we are alive. So we don't want anything that impedes in that, but our body is doing something that it thinks is helping, and it's stopping the resting from happening. So when we have fibroids, we know that we have iron in our womb space, and what we really need to do is support the movement of iron. What we want to focus on is having enough rich blood flow, and we do that through helping iron move. Another common concern that I hear is that fibroids are the reason for the heavy blood flow. It's the fibroids that cause it, and it's not. That is not the cause of it. We're looking at, if you think of a line where you have, say, the alphabet lined up in A, B, C, and D, and we're looking at how we ended up at D. D is our symptoms. That's where we're at right now. We're having heavy blood loss. We are struggling. We have really heavy cramps. And then going, well, it's happening because of these fibroids. That's only part C. We need to back up and see what caused them in the first place. So when iron is resting in the organs, that is an issue, and the body is going to try and stop that. If there is no way for iron to move, then it's going to come in with a different defensive mechanism to try and stop the issues that it's causing. Now, there's a few key things that are very important for this. I know when I'm posting these videos, I get a lot of questions whether I'm saying vitamin A or vitamin E, but both of them in this instance are both very important. So vitamin E is going to help us repair cellular damage, and vitamin A is what we need to help iron move. So both of them actually have very important roles, and neither one of them are going to be solved with just some kind of general supplement for them. Supplements you have to be very careful about. Vitamin E is actually a 9-part complex. So we want to make sure that we're getting all of those in. And so if you look at, say, your multivitamin or your prenatal, it's typically only going to have one part of that, and that's an issue. Another really important part is a adrenal cocktail. So one of the reasons why I love it is because vitamin C is needed to help iron move properly. And it's also really important with an adrenal cocktail because we have sodium potassium pumps in the body, and that's going to help make sure that the fluid is actually being absorbed and moved properly, and that's really important. So for example, say somebody's struggling with, poor blood circulation, they are feeling really cold. A lot of the time that can have to do with potassium, or even muscle cramps can come back to potassium, also magnesium, but potassium also has a role in that too. So an adrenal cocktail can be really helpful for fibroids because it's helping blood move again. And what we want to make sure is that we are able to get rich blood flow going there again to help with the fibroids. Now, we don't want to have debilitating periods. That is something that we obviously don't want. The body is doing different things for a reason, though. So it's about asking why that reason is happening and how we can support the body back to balance because it's showing us signs of an imbalance. What topic do you want to see a video on next? Comment below.